Okay, hello, welcome everyone. Okay, today will be the analysis as usual, where I will be covering what I felt, what I feel, and what I think about the market. It can be right, it can be wrong, and of course, we adjust accordingly over the week as the price action unfold. So basically, what I will cover first is, as you can see on the screen itself, the Forex Factory, what are the news that we have, and then subsequently I will be also touching on, concurrently, what has happened over the last week, and then for the coming week, what can we be anticipating, or we can be looking forward to in terms of the price chart. Okay, for the forex. So yeah, basically for me, I'm covering more on the forex, and then sometimes I also do some of the S&P and also the Nasdaq, etc. Okay, so without further ado, let's continue. Okay, so as you can see from the forex factory, if you can take a look at my this cursor, right? We do have some news that's coming out Monday, which is tomorrow, and then for the people in the Asia time zone, for particular in Singapore, if you're GMT plus 8, then probably you will need to also be mindful that for the European side, it will be starting 1 hour later, which means that for now, let's say the London Open is at 3 p.m., then for now it's actually 4 p.m. So if let's say you do have strategies, or strategy that revolves around the timing, very particular about the timing, why is that, maybe let's say for example, after 30 minutes of the London Open, then you start to look for setup for your strategy, then this is a daylight saving time that you need to be mindful of, right? Okay, so that is on that. Okay, so for Monday, we do see that we have some data coming out, especially for the CPI, which is related to inflation. And then for Tuesday, Tuesday, I think if let's say you are trading on Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar, then do we be mindful about the manufacturing PMI from the China side. Then if you're trading on yen, I would expect some, you know, big move for the yen. And then if, especially if they do hint something like, let's say for example, they might be increasing rate, or they might be tapering on their, what you call that, printing of the money, then probably the yen might see more downside. In terms of the dollar yen will see more downside. But if let's say they gonna stay put with whatever policy they have, then probably the UJ likely to have upside. I believe, I'm not tracking that much on UJ, but I think it went down. It closed lower than, and then it's open for the week. Okay, so that is on UJ, and also for the yen. Then other than that, you do have the Canadian dollar, which is the GDP that's related to the Canadian dollar side. And then other than that, New Zealand dollar, if you are trading in the Asia time, 5:45 a.m. Singapore time, there's this employment change, and it will move the New Zealand dollar. And other than that, I think the main highlight for the next week will be the ADP, non-farm non-farm payroll. Basically, this is sort of like the pre-non-farm payroll data that's coming out. More on this. And then FOMC, there's also one of them. Then a couple of them, that especially at the end of the week, on Friday you have the non-farm pay, and then this pound monetary policy as well. So this will definitely move the pound. um, it can be quite significantly, depending on what the governor gonna talk about. in his statement or in his report. Okay, so that is all about the news. So just move back to the chart. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, so yep, we are at the chart. Get out from here. So if we're going to go back, um, okay, Friday. Okay, so this was Monday. So this was the price action that I did see so far for the last week, right? So it is a sort of like a break of this uptrend, which was quite steep. So I was thinking that maybe it will be correcting if this green zone, right, also give way. Okay, so we do have some slight bearishness over here where it came down to here, but then eventually it wasn't able to break as well. So this was I believe this was the band I also mentioned about, where it will it if it don't hold, then of course it will have more downside. But if let's say this is holding, so let me just pull it all the way so easier to see. Yeah. So if it holds, then of course things might not be that bearish, as in yeah, it might bounce and come back again. So for now, what I do see is that it might continue to just range sideways. I mean, for whatever reason. But in terms of the price action, as you can see, is once it comes up to somewhere here, it might overstretch a bit and then it come back. So it has been behaving quite well so far in this tight range between you can say 106.90 or even yeah around here to 105.50, 105.60, yeah around this band. Okay, so this might be the price action for the coming week. I mean, right now is quite high in terms of the range. Yeah, in terms of the perspective of the range, then probably it might go up a little bit more before it come down, or maybe it will start to really come down starting on Monday itself. But yeah, do take note, we have the Nova Pay and stuff like that, so it will also affect the USD. And also, if let's say the other alternative actually just play out, probably it might just break out over here. Yeah, but of course we need to see, this is on the daily time frame. Of course, we need to see a good um breakout bar from here, so that to tell us that okay, this is a breakout that is gonna be more what you call that, significant, or I mean confirm in terms of that. Okay, so that is the on the daily. Then of course on the 4 hourly, for us is going down to the lower time frame, is to look at how the price action is using, like I mean, just like you are using a microscope to look at the organism in terms of those, let's say, bacteria, viruses, because yeah, you can't see it in your naked eye. So basically, you need to go down to a lower time frame and then look at how the price action actually is playing out. So we can see some weaknesses over here. So if let's say it if it does go into range, and like for example now it's trying to form lower low and lower high, probably it might be coming down. Okay, so that is on the US dollar. So yeah, we need some more information for us to act upon. Okay, so if let's say US dollar doesn't give you that what you call that, sufficient information, right, then you can look into other, I mean, of course, the major, like the US dollar, sorry, the euro US dollar, or the pound US dollar. So you can see that for the pound US dollar, although no doubt this is really a bearish downtrend, right, but we do also notice that over here at this zone, right, I mean, I just draw it accordingly to what I have now. So yeah, for now, this has been the zone, which is also quite mirrors what is happening to the USD, right? So over here we don't see any break or the breach of this low. So probably if let's say this is going to hold up, then yeah, USD should be also turning in that case. So yeah, over here you also do see some price action pattern that is common here. We do on this is the 1 hourly, so you do see a head and shoulder that might be forming. So if it's gonna form and it's gonna break up, then probably the USD also will most likely go into a range. So for example, this if we can look at it, yeah, it's also quite similar for the Euro USD. Okay, then for the USD Swiss franc, for the yeah, we can also take a look at this, but of course it's on the what do you call that, inverted scale, because this is USD as the base, and then Swiss franc as the what you call that, the other pair. Yeah, I can't remember what the code pair. Yeah, so that's that. So for the USD Swiss franc, we can see on let's move on to the higher time frame. Right, we do see a quite significant resistance over here as well. Okay, so in this zone. So for the USD, it has been quite bullish against the Swiss franc for the whole, almost for the whole of last week, other than the Monday where it came down a bit, and then it was like, yeah, having three or four of these bull bar. Okay, so over here we can see if I mean we can observe or monitor if this still hold, or it, I mean, does it still break out strongly, or is it going to turn for maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, see if it turns or not. Then yeah, if it turns or if it consolidate, maybe it would be quite a good pair for us to go on short as well, if let's say this is going to come down, right? Okay, so because the fact is that yeah, if you look at the higher time frame, basically it's not that strong a pair, or rather is a downtrending pair. Okay, lower low over here, you can say this is a lower high, and things like that. Okay, so this the lower low, for example. Okay, so that's for USD Swiss franc. Then for today, actually, what I wanted to cover, yeah, USD, I've touched upon it already. Maybe we revisit a bit, yeah, on the, I mean, for the EuroCAD. Okay, EuroCAD, yeah, EuroCAD and the PoundCAD. Okay, so EuroCAD, this is on the daily time frame. So daily, we do see that this has already broke out from the consolidation. So I do see that it will likely be going in this range. It's a very big range lah. If you were to see, yeah, this range. I mean, never mind about this could be an outlier or what, but anyway, yeah, the range, this the range. So this was a sort of like a false break for a lower low, and I do think that it has a really strength, showing strength to actually push up. So yep, this was the triangle consolidation that it broke out last week. And then yeah, basically for me, the EuroCAD and I think PoundCAD, but I mean I do, um, I'm more bullish in terms of the EuroCAD compared to the PoundCAD. So yeah, if there's a pullback or something like that, or there's a long setup for me, then probably I will go on long, keeping in mind that this upside should be somewhere until here, or maybe until here. Okay, or until here. Okay, so like this. Yeah, maybe until here. So there's still some need for you to wait for the pullback to go on long. So that's on the EuroCAD. Then PoundCAD, I would say roughly similar, but the chart pattern, or not chart pattern, I mean the chart is not that nice as compared to the Euro CAD. Okay, so that's about that. But I do see it is also having similar setup. Okay, so a breakup here, pull back, then yeah, you can go on long for this pocket, but not as nice as the Eurocat. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, then for the other stuff like the S&P. So S&P, it has been beaten down quite significantly for the past 2 weeks, right? So over here, I do think that for the week to come, there could be some yeah, it can be but bouncing over here before it goes up again. Then also, of course, for the trend itself, as far back as October 2022, it has been on this uptrend with this uptrend line, but it has broke. So this is one sign that it is turning weak. But then the other thing is also that if you are looking at this price, it's about 6%. 6% for this height of this head and shoulder. I think I mentioned about this head and shoulder last week. And then if you were to have a price objective of about 6%, then roughly it would be coming down to here, and yeah, it might start to consolidate and find support, and then let's see if it's holding before we can have some accumulate some long. I mean, this is more of like for you to trade over the longer horizon, because longer horizon, if you were to look at the weekly time frame, it is still pretty much a uptrend, which here is a pullback for this long uptrend that you are seeing here. Okay, so that is for the S&P. So yeah, that's so much I wanted to cover for this week. I think I have covered most of it. Yeah, so that's that, and then yeah, see you all next week, and goodbye.